Greetings, everybody. It is I am, the one and only Pac-Man here. And I'm Mighty the Armadillo here. And I'm Ray the Flying Squirrel, and we are from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos with some bit of unfortunate news, especially noticeable because we've only just got about a week left now. Oh yeah, exactly, Ray. Because today's day is the 22nd of August today, in this case in 2022. So, since that, Tiana just recently finished up with the forms of Mega Man and Base Challenger from the future, while we still carry on going through Mega Man Marathon 2. So as a result though, while we're at it though, we need to point things out with a very important message. Because you notice with the fact that you probably already noticed, we got the Wii U gamepad right next to Ray, and same applies to the new 3DS XL right here, the Super Nintendo version of it. Because, well, like what Ray the Flying Squirrel said, that yes, we only got about next week now until both of those devices will no longer going to be able to add in the actual eShop voucher stuff. So because of that, yeah, it's going to be a massive upsetting news because, well, it's kind of sad to be able to see them go like this. Yeah, especially I don't get it about the fact that why Nintendo do something like this. To be fair, bro, it's probably because they managed to mainly focusing on the Nintendo Switch from now on, so understandably sure. But it's just the fact that if those any other players out there who ever experienced not only virtual console games on the Wii U eShop version, to be more specifically with DS games and all that, but so applies for the forms of some Game Gear stuff on the 3DS, in addition to the eShop exclusive stuff from both devices throughout, and on top of all that stuff, though, DSiWare stuff included. So this means that, well, for those of you about to be too late on that specific stuff, yeah, it's going to be unfortunate able to see those going away. Yeah, especially noticeable that it's bad enough those two stores combined will be closed until spring 2023, so yeah, it seems kind of sucks. Yeah, I know that. So, because the reason being for this is that we've got 3 of those Nintendo eShop vouchers for those 2 devices, and this will be the final time buying these on the 3DS and the Wii U, because by that time, like I said, until September and onwards, it's going to be focused on the Switch only. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. So we figure that we might be able to turn these on for a second. Well, mind you, the new 3DS at the moment has 1 battery left. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and click on to the eShop. It's kind of weird able to actually just look back on it, though. Yeah, I know that. Especially noticeable how the fact that, well, you know what I mean when it comes to generations has to come. Yeah, anyway, now as far as these eShop cards, as far as we can able to use them, mind you, we're not going to show you the code because obviously we're just going to have to able to use its jump cut and then try to deal with it that way. So we figure that we might be able to use 2 of these in the Wii U and the other one for the 3DS for the sake of that obvious reasons. So anyways, the Nintendo eShop is about to load, and yeah, every time when you boot something up like this, then you obviously get yourselves the actual loading screen that features, you know, the slots and all that stuff though, so that's actually pretty smart to say. So, yeah, here we are on the Wii U shop. Oh, jeez. This kind of sucks about the fact that, well, unlike the Switch, that it doesn't have any background music at all, and also that it doesn't have any visual, aesthetics and all that stuff. So yeah, that seems kind of unfortunate. But anyway, you get games like, you know, the Wii U games, and I've noticed that Super Mario Maker was delisted ever since a year ago, which is kind of unfortunate as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and do this quickly. So yeah, the credit card thing is no longer accessible, so because of that, yeah, this will be the final time of doing this, so yeah, it kind of sucks. So, we'll able to actually add those 2 off screen, and we'll meet you guys onto the actual final purchasing items for the Wii U itself. Okay, so I just managed to do a jump cut, and as you can tell, we've managed to add in the fonts for the final time on the Wii U system. So, in fact, let me just double check on specific games we might consider trying to get for the final ever purchase for the Wii U console itself. In fact, let me go and search for Mario quickly. And yeah, I meant to type that. Yeah, because I know the fact that it's still kind of stressful for able to actually just to see, you know, this particular thing go and all that stuff. Mind you, we already got most of those Mario games physically already, like, you know, Paper Mario Color Splash and Super Paper Mario, Mario Strikers Charge Football, because after all, we played the Switch installment recently, so yeah, we did have a lot of fun with it. And also, we've managed to already got Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge for free, so that's a good thing. And also, we've already got Mario Party DS digitally for its Let's Play, and also, we already had Mario Party 2 as in the original cartridge for it. So, in this case though, there's no I can't be bothered able to get those two right here, because the fourth one is easily the most uniquest one because of the e-reader levels they obviously included, and also applies for those other games you know as well. But the ones we're really looking forward to able to try out is, well, not so much by the forms of Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, despite we got it physically, but rather we can able to find this little game right here, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. So we'll go and accept that purchase. Because I get a feeling that if you just managed able to download this onto your Wii U, you get yourselves a free code onto the 3DS version as well, so likely a cross-purchase. Alright, exactly. So let's see, oh jeez, I'm actually very nervous about this kind of purchase, but we'll go for it. Yeah, because, you know, just figured that we can able to accept this, because it's pretty unfortunate that this is one of those games it will be removed entirely onto the Wii U eShop. So, yeah, it seems kind of a bummer if you ask me, especially when, you know what I mean, when it comes to the Dark Age is about to able to go, you know, a bit of a downhill and all that stuff though for Nintendo this time around, because, you know, the only thing you can only play retro games now is by, you know, access them onto the Nintendo Switch Online membership service subscription. So, yeah, no, it seems kind of a bummer though. But anyway, oh, there's a code right there. In fact, let me redeem that quickly onto the 3DS as I managed to boot it up right here. But first things first, let me just do this off screen. Okay, so it turns out that I've managed already redeemed the 3DS version of Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, and it doesn't matter what account you're able to go for, so no matter what though, it pretty much plays out exactly the same, so at least that's a good thing. So anyways, we're about to download that, and then hopefully we'll get around onto the 3DS purchasable items and dream later on, so oh, that was it? Oh wait, I'm gonna have to do that right now. Hold on, there we do that. And I accidentally just managed to exit out the Wii U eShop to begin with, so yeah, forgive me if I managed able to, you know, because I'm just feel a bit worried about the fact that those two things are about to go away. I mean, surely it's kind of the end of the world, honestly, for most Nintendo fans these days, especially, you know, you can't play virtual console games anymore, and you can't download them either, so I totally get that, bro. I totally get that. So while we're waiting for this, let me go ahead and see something from... Well, I do know for the fact that you did manage to purchase one, Pac-Man. Yeah, I could assure to that. So, let me find something on the DS, because, well, as far as I'm aware, there might be one in particular Let's Play we can probably do, except the, Fire Emblem games and Animal Crossing Wild, so I think we should probably pass that completely. But instead of that, I'm actually going to be going after... I wasn't able to expect to get Advance Wars Dual Strike, but maybe not now, and maybe it's a bit too late for it right now. So instead, let me find this game right here, Mario vs. Donkey Kong March of the Minis. Well, despite the fact that, well, relatively speaking, that we're still going to expect that we can able to do the Let's Play of the game, along with the other games as well, like, for instance, with, what should I say? Mario vs. Donkey Kong Marathon, that we can probably do. Are you sure about this purchase though, Ray? Absolutely, because, well, as far as I'm aware, we did manage to try to test that out on the emulator on the Melon DS, but unfortunately though, our laptop is very lagging recently, so yeah, I can totally respect that, to be able to actually notice of how, you know, things didn't turn out so well. Now, of course, that'll be the last time we're going to be seeing this particular screen, where if you're trying to download something onto the 3DS, as you can tell, that these colorful balls just managed able to drop in, and then they'll just fill up the entire box, meaning that the download will be almost entirely completed. Which I thought was, you know, pretty cool back then, especially where, you know, some cool visual identity just managed able to jump right in. Yeah, that seems true. That seems true, Pac-Man. Okay, so what about you, Mighty? What's your purchase for the Wii U eShop for the final time? Actually, kind of thinking about it, I have no idea. In fact, let me double check on the Super Nintendo games lineup, and oh shoot, it feels like we are off by a few pence off. So I don't think we can guarantee to get, you know, those games right here, especially some other games right here, but regardless of such though, I think we are basically just screwed for... Oh, there's an update software, let me update that. And also, something's worth mentioning for as well is the fact that it's important to know that always have to make sure you have to update, because otherwise, that if you don't update at all, then it'll be too late. So, that might be very amusing if I have to say so. Oh, really? Just 8 pence off. I guess you might as well find something related to NES, I guess? Or, I honestly have no idea, but, oh, jeez. I have no idea what purchase should I even go for, to be honest with you. I mean... Okay, so sorry for this quick jump cut right there, because after when, Mighty seemed to have struggling able to buy something on this Wii U eShop for the final time, he found that one in particular game that he finally found. And that will have to be Duck Hunt. Oh yeah, because that game utilizes the actual pointing, the Wii remote, and then just trying to shoot, you know, ducks and all that stuff though. Fun for archaic kind of vibe to it. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Especially noticeable that it's not possible you can play this on the, well, let's just say on the NES Classic, because, well, as far as I'm aware, that's basically that particular mini console just doesn't have any pointer sensor and all that stuff, so yeah, there we go. So we basically now pretty much completely done purchasing stuff on digital Wii U system, because, well, suffice to say, farewell to the Wii U eShop. Well, it wasn't until when we get to next week that the most unfortunate event will happen. Yeah, seems true, sadly. So anyway, let's head to the Wii U menu. And I get a feeling that most of these stuff doesn't download yet, or maybe one of them did already download it, which appears to be either Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis to do a Let's Play off, or Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. Well, let's just see. Well, if we would, if the thing would stop loading. Well, there it is right here. So, at the very least we got that, and also Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis. So, we'll place that on the DS game catalog, so there goes that. Even though we accidentally managed to kick out Kirby Mass Attack, so yeah, which by mistake, that maybe seems the case. So anyway, so looks like, oh yeah, we must able to move our Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars just onto there, because originally we were expecting to able to get Dr. Luigi, but to be honest, I don't think it's kind of worth it, honestly. Oh, speaking of that, the stock earned. So let's just place that on the NES games catalog. So that'll be right here. So as far as for our purchasing stuff on the Wii U digital service, as far as this is concerned, we have basically got in total. Let's start with the forms of the NES games. We got about roughly 11 of these games. And for the Super Nintendo games, we only got 9, so it's not much. And for the GBA, we got about 13 of those GBA games, which is pretty surprising considering, despite the fact that you can still able to get these either physically or download those onto the emulator if that's your only option. So, and finally for the DS department, we have roughly 18 of them. So just in case for Let's Plays department, mind you, we've done some of them, like, you know, Super Mario 64 DS, Mario Kart DS, New Super Mario Bros., Mario Party DS, and Kirby Mouse Attack, and hopefully we'll do some other Let's Plays on the DS format in the future. So that should be exciting. And of course, do not forget Donkey Kong 64 for maybe consider trying to do a Let's Play of the game. And of course, the eShop downloadable games, ranging from duology games on the NES Remix series, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong games onto, you know, Tipping Stars and Amiibo Challenge. So yeah, farewell to this familiar icon on the Wii U. Well, at least it's not gone forever though, until 2023. So now let's move on to the 3DS. Okay, so now we're done with the Wii U, and now let's move on to the 3DS. Now, as you can tell, that this particular notification shows up, which means that, you know, the patch update for Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars on the 3DS. So, yeah, let's go ahead and redeem this, and we'll see what specific games we might consider getting for the 3DS eShop for the final time. Okay, so now we've actually done with the redeeming code on here, so now we just need to find which one of those games we might consider getting on the 3DS for the final time. In fact, let's get to it with the DSi way out the way first, so because unfortunately though, some of our stuff is now gone on the regular DSi, so I figure we can probably get Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March again. So, because we feel like we can able to actually just to do the rest of the series of Mario vs. Donkey Kong game series up to that point. Yeah, despite the fact that in the past, that for some reason we're just being a little bit too harsh on those Mini Mario series of games or something. So, at least thankfully we can now able to get this game again, but this time on the 3DS handheld. So, well, despite the fact that we're almost running low on our blocks for our 3DS parts, so it's also sure worth noting for us that between both the 3DS and the Wii U, it's kind of unfortunate about the fact that we're no longer going to be getting, well, for most people who haven't owned the 3DS or the Wii U systems, well, for those of you who desperately want to play Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U and 3DS, and quite frankly, this has gone really fast for that download. Oh, because I remember back in the day, that was Sonic that told me that usually DSiWare games can take a while to download. So, speaking of such, let's go ahead and download this obscure game on here, WarioWare Snapped. Oh, don't tell me you're about to be able to get that. Kind of a bare bones WarioWare game. Well, let's be honest, Ray, it's the fact that since that this game is gonna be no longer existence onto its, you know, games, memories and all that stuff though, if you probably know what I mean. Oh, really? That little error code. Well, at least we can able to try again. What? Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Let me just try to reset that. Although, first things first, let me go ahead and unwrap this up. Nice little DSiWare sound chip. So, how's that for that? Yeah, I honestly have no idea what just happened right here, but let me just head back in here, just in case we can able to re-download or just try to get WarioWare Snapped again. So, oh wait, oh, this is gonna do a sign in automatically, so that should do it for now. So, yeah, who are you? Yeah, I'm okay, despite, you know, like I said, it's kind of unfortunate that, you know, we're no longer going to be added in, wait, what happened there? Did we technically downloaded it? I don't know. Why don't you double check on the settings? Let me have a look then. We download software. Oh, there you go then. I was a bit worried at first because I was expecting that we all lost a whole bunch of cash from, you know, the stupid error code. So, at the very least, that's that. So yeah, there goes WarioWare Snapped for able to, you know, get the rest of the series going. Well, the only game we need to get now is pretty expensive on the Wii U, which is Game & Wario physical version, so we don't know if we might as well get that because the forms the gameplay has changed drastically. I mean, surely that's something else. So anyway, and I think we'll go for no matter what though. Oh wow, I'm actually able to get those games in its re-downloadable catalog right here, like Tamagotchi, Live World Conversion, and the pre-cross and demos and all that stuff, including Pokemon Gold version. But either way though, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, as well as the forms of Nintendo Letterbox and all that, including Mario Party Star Rush Party Guest. So, no idea why you managed to get those to begin with. So, I mean, surely that's all I can think about. Yeah, anyway, enough about that. Sightseeing for now. In fact, let me just go ahead and find this last game for this purchase. In fact, let me go ahead back on to DSiWare quickly, so we can able to expect to double check on specific game that we might consider spotting, such as, oh, we're literally £2 off. But that's okay though, because we got the superior version on the PlayStation 1, so there's no point getting Rayman on the DSi, because I've heard some rough parts here and there for the likes of that particular version, so, well, I won't give this stars, the fact that I think it's a bit better than the, what the crap we had from, or maybe we can probably get Kirby's Adventure on the 3D Classics lineup. Oh yeah, sounds convenient to me, because I've definitely heard there are some good things about this particular version, such as, well, fixing a lot of issues, and thus 3D effect comes into play. And on top of all that stuff though, with the lack of frame rate, so, although we were expecting to be able to get, oh Jesus Christ. I suppose we should be alright with this, I guess. I mean, surely that's all I can honestly try to think about it. I mean, surely that we got the SD card and stuff like that, which I was a bit nervous at first, but thankfully we have managed able to organize ourselves for this point. So yeah, there's our final purchase of the 3DS eShop downloads, such as 3D Classics Kirby's Adventure. Although we were expecting to be able to get the Sonic the Hedgehog games on the 3DS eShop, but let's be honest here, I think that we already got most of those Game Gear Sonic games as in physical cartridge version, including the ones on the forms that compilations included, such as Sonic Maker Collection Plus and Sonic Gems Collection. Yeah, it seems true, because obviously you can play those games on TV. Yeah, and same applies to 3D Sonic the Hedgehog on the 3DS, because, I mean, let's be honest, while the 3D effects is so cool and everything, but I will say that the Switch version is definitely the most superior version due to, you know, adding drop dash, as well as some new balancier features they added in. Although, originally, we were also expecting to be able to save up for the last few pennies right here for, let's just say, for example, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe for its, you know, microtransaction kind of thing, but it's too late for now. So, anyway, so let's see what's in here for the actual 3DS menu, for we can able to see we got every single software. So in this case, we got ourselves the, well, obviously, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, if you redeem that code. Pretty cool though. And also we got WarioWare Snapped for the sake of WarioWare collections. And finally, the 3D Classics Kirby's Adventure. Man, I love that. Especially noticeable about the fact that, well, you know, we're very glad able to have this particular version right here, so we definitely cannot wait until we try this particular version out. Because we experienced the NES version loads of times, either on the Wii Virtual Console, and the Wii U Virtual Console, and also NES Classic. So, yeah, we now actually had, well, technically, the remake, like we got the original cartridge version of that and the Wii U version for the sake of the Let's Play department, so generally we got 6 versions of Kirby's Adventure pretty much, so yeah, that seems quite a lot, so, and yeah, with that being said, yeah, farewell to this, where's the icon? Yeah, no, the Mario jumping thing right here. So yeah, farewell to the Nintendo eShop for the 3DS. Well, much like the Wii U, it's not going to be gone forever until the next few days. Specifically about a week. So, yeah, I guess it's about time that we should probably move on to getting eShop vouchers for the Nintendo Switch, and that's pretty much as far as we can say. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that those two things must go. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching all this kind of an interesting video, especially that we had so many great memories of not only for the 3DS, but also the Wii U as well for purchasing stuff on the eShop. Yeah, especially noticeable that since that despite our memories is almost gonna be eating too much gigabytes, but regardless of such though, we pretty much got it at the end. Yeah, I suppose that should be true for that circumstances. So, join us until we'll come back on to Mega Man Marathon 2, and because of that, it looks like it's my turn to able to tackle through the next Mega Man game called Mega Man for the Sega Game Gear. Yeah, that should be interesting for you. Oh yeah, because of screen crunch and all that stuff though, which I'm about to be prepared for it, so wish me luck guys, and during informs up tomorrow when it starts. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. See ya! Oh, sorry for this quick interrupted ending right here, because I found out that I just received even more Nintendo eShop cards in the post today, and as a result, yeah, I've somehow managed able to redeem even more eShop vouchers. Well, the only system I choose though this time is by the forms of the 3DS, because there was actually that specific stuff I really want to get, something related to this Blue Hedgehog, which is of course, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Sonic the Hedgehog, which is of course, I'm going to be going for Sonic the Hedgehog 3D Edition and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 3D Edition, because for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you can't get this physically in European countries because it only saw the light of day on the Japanese version or something. So because of that, yeah, I just want to classify for something because we somehow accidentally ignored you know, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe in-game purchases, because otherwise, well, since we've already got the game already, so as a result though, that yes, this will be the true final time to able to use the 3DS eShop for its adding fonts and stuff like that before it's, you know, dies into obscurity, so because of that though, I just want to classify that. So, gee, it makes me feel like that this particular video has actually gone pretty lengthy all of a sudden, because well, it's just a shame about the fact that, like we said this so many times before, then it's kind of a shame that this game is no longer, or specifically, the 3D version of Sonic 1 and 2. Mind you, there's actually multiple versions out there, like, you know, with the most recent ones came out, such as, you know what I mean, Sega Age's version of Sonic 1 and 2, and as well as from that though, oh, it does have online version on the 3DS version, I just realized. And thus it has, oh god, we probably should save up the actual amount of SD cards value, so it's a good thing I did somehow manage to able to get rid of some of the other games during the forms of, well, you know what I mean. So, yeah, because as a result, though, I do apologize for the lighting as well, if you can tell from the room, because obviously I just want to get the last few bits and bobs to get it done and over with, so yeah, I think that seems to be the case, all things considered, because otherwise, though, that's just very much as far as I can talk about, because well, this is it. This is the final farewell to technically the 3DS and the Wii U eShops because, well, like I mentioned this before, since in, well, Wii Party from the likes of the Forms of Solo mode playthrough, that I somehow already mentioned about the fact that the store itself will be closed to be exactly on the is it the 27th of March? I'm sure it's the 27th. So in this case though, yeah, that's pretty much about it for the eShop right now. And yeah, we already added some more stuff on here and there. So I think I should probably drag this over here and then unwrap these open. So yeah, that's Sonic the Hedgehog 3D version and Sonic 2 3D version. And that theme was actually based off in the multiplayer version of Emerald Hill Zone. So yeah, let me just go ahead and go actually access to Team Kirby Clash quickly. Okay, sorry for this quick error right there, folks, because I managed able to actually access to the Forms of the Gem Apple section. Specifically, if you really want able to go after every single portions of the game. So in this case, though, yeah, I'm actually going to be purchasing about 2,150 apples. So, however, though, if you dare try to able to delete the game, unfortunately, though, you lose the actual opportunity to able to buy all kinds of stuff. So because of that, yeah, that's why essentially what I'm going to do for this point. And, yeah, I feel like I'm also able to buy, let's just say, I think we actually got enough for 500. So, although originally I was expecting to able to, well, let's just say, trying to able to get the last DSi game, which appears to be Rayman for the DSi, but I've heard quite a few bad reviews of that version, so I think I might as well pass on it. So, there we go. We've actually got all the Apple Gems. Oh, wait. Let me just buy another 50. So, even though I can't help with myself about the fact that I was able to get the game prepared, so I need to able to bankrupt my in-game money for the 3DS system. So, mind you, there was technically Super Kirby Clash as well, because otherwise it's pretty much exactly the same, so aside from the forms of just anything else in general in mind. And that way, the apple tree, festive tree will be grow dramatically, so that way, I don't need to worry about the forms of constant waiting and stuff. Well, mind you, it might still requires waiting, but regardless of such though, it might not bother me too much about it though, I must be honest. So, then anyways folks, the 3DS purchasable stuff is completely done, and as a result, I'm very happy about this, especially because, well, I've now managed able to, well, done everything for both the Wii U and the 3DS purchasable stuff. So because of this though, yeah, I do apologize like I said before with this interrupted ending because, you know, I just want to get this out of the way, so just in case I really cannot afford to able to miss a lot of few bits and bobs here and there, such as, of course, you know exactly what I mean, die-hard Sonic fan, and as well as the forms of some other things here and there as well. So because of that, still very happy about I've managed to got some stuff already, so either way though, yeah, that's why I classify that. So thank you guys so much for watching of this particular video. I know, as I said, the interrupted ending does manage to come into play every once in a while, but I just really want able to be curious to try out the 3D versions of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so just in case I can try those out, because I just feel like it. So this is me, Pac-Man, from the Maxi Toys, and until then, I will see you guys, or we'll still continue things on in Mega Man Marathon 2, and yeah, that's why I classify that, so I'll see you guys soon.